There was a stir among the roses, one dewy morn in June. 'Twas where the south wind air reposes, and sings a soothing tune through the summer day. There was a whirr and hum and sighing, unusual in their rank, one damask rose, their scorn defying, in some disgraceful prank, wed a foreign flower. A crime so great in rose empire, that capital punishment was judged to such a law-defier, and death or banishment was the sentence given. The rose had stood apart from others, and reared its crest so grand, in flaming colours, that his brothers grew jealous of his stand, while they jeered at him. 'Twas true the rose was rather dashing, and scarce was known to bend, when rain and wind and fury lashing the bumbler flowers would send whirling to the ground. But he was generous oft, and lavished his fragrance everywhere, until the air would wait enravished to wreathe within its hair sweets so careless strewn. One love-lit morn the rose was quaffing from Oberon's cup of dew, while in the east a star stood laughing and shaking as he knew what the goblet was, when sudden, as he sat there sipping, a little voice called out from neighbouring thicket, "I am dipping my lip where naiads pout, will I not be sweet?" Now such a question should have answer, bethought the stately rose, for prince or noble, knight or lancer, his heart would never close to voice like that. And then with one of his green branches he makes a cleaving sweep, on either side swift blows he launches, then takes a hurried peep where the thicket breaks. And down within the covert smiling there stood a snowy rose, and bright she looked as though beguiling the shade its wings to close. 'Twas the lily rose, and very fair, and so was thinking the rosy damask rose, and while he stood abashed and blinking, and dreaming what he knows, damask rose should not. A dastard hummingbird came winging through opening he had clove, with swagger and dare-do singing, as though now he might rove just where he might list. And with a soft complacent twirling around the fairy rose, he sought by hum and subtle whirling to dazzle the one he chose. There's wherein he erred. The angry damask rose could not bear this, and with a plunge he thrust the bird with thorny poniard. "Wear this," cried he, "until it rust, thievish hummingbird." The little snowy rose, all trembling at such a murderous sight, thus coyly thought she was dissembling some other thought by fright. Love would fain disguise. "'Tis sad to see thee tremble, Rosie, 'tis sad, sweet love of mine." Shy dimples chased the grief of Rosie, while spoke this rose so fine. Oh, 'twas wicked quite. Then damask rose bethought of going, and yet he waited still. A sudden wind, the white rose blowing, did seem to serve his will. Ay, she was so sweet. Then was a stir among the roses, and he was ostracized, while now their soft reposes on white rose thus despised, blush of damask cheek.